As summer heats up, many Americans are looking to squeeze vacations, barbecues, and even back-to-school shopping into their budgets. So this season can put a major dent in your wallet if you're not careful. Joining us today to share tips to help you enjoy the summer without breaking the bank is Intuit Credit Karma's consumer financial advocate, Courtney Alev. How are you doing, Courtney, this morning?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
No, it's a pleasure. This is going to be great information for our viewers. So what are some of the biggest summer spending trends you're seeing amongst Americans this year?
We're seeing that many Americans are feeling a little bit cautious about their spending this summer, and I know I'm one of them. A recent Intuit Credit Karma study showed that about half of Americans are feeling anxious about paying for their summer plans this year, with 2/3 choosing to opt for a little bit more budget-friendly set of activities. But that does not apply to everybody. About half of younger Americans say they are planning on prioritizing fun over their finances this summer, particularly when it comes to things like travel or dining out or vacations. That can really put an impact on their wallet and also potentially lead to debt.
Yeah, obviously mention those things. Summer is something that everyone looks forward to. It's, you know, it's the talk of the entire year. So how can consumers make the most of their summer without breaking the bank?
Yes, there are a lot of budget-friendly activities that can still be really fun over the summer. When it comes to travel, take advantage of local gems. It's easy to overlook them just because they're close by, but road trips or camping excursions or visits to the lake can be a really great way to save money. You can split the costs of things like gas and groceries with your friends and family. You can borrow gear that you might need but not have, and that can really keep the cost per person down while still giving you that much needed change of scenery that we're all looking for in the summer. And dining out can be a really fun thing to do, especially on a lovely summer night when the weather is perfect. But as we've all noticed, the cost of dining out has really increased substantially over the last few years. But the good news is that dining in with friends, especially in the summer, can be just as much fun. So I like to encourage people to try a theme night. Maybe it's a DIY pizza making experience or a tiki night or just a backyard barbecue. That can be a great way to enjoy time with family and friends while keeping your budget in check.
Yeah, one group of people who sometimes might be not so concerned about their budget is younger people out there. Do you have any advice for them who might, you know, if they might be hesitant about embracing a budget-friendly summer?
Totally. Embracing a budget-friendly summer sounds scary, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't do anything fun this summer or make any plans. Rather, you just want to be mindful and make sure the plans you are making do fit into your budget. For example, maybe you already have one trip planned this year. Perhaps a friend is getting married or you're going to a music festival. Make that your one main splurge for the summer and then see where you can cut back in other non-essential areas. Maybe it's less dining out, less rideshare, whatever that is for you. That can really help you focus your extra spending on that one splurge. For myself personally, I'm going to a music festival with some friends that I'm really excited about, but I'm sleeping on their couch instead of staying at a hotel. It's going to save me hundreds of dollars, and I'm still going to have just as much fun. We know that options like buy now, pay later can actually encourage them to spend money they don't have. We saw 3/4 of Gen Z say this was something that they'd experienced. And so the advice I'd give for that is before you click purchase, really make sure that that's something that you can afford, not just now, but later too.
If there are some consumers out there who do find themselves going into debt this summer, you know, for means beyond their control, what should they do about it?
The first thing they want to do is make sure their debt's not growing. So start becoming really mindful about your spending so that you're not adding to that debt. And then you want to make a plan for how to pay down that debt. That means knowing exactly how much you owe, when the payments are due, how much each month, and how that fits into your budget, and if you might need to tweak something. And I'd encourage people to set up automatic payments. That can prevent you from missing a payment, which can have a really negative impact on your finances, and to always try to pay more than the minimum payment if they can, because that will help save you money in interest charges as you're paying down that debt.
After summer comes kids back to school, and with that back to school shopping coming up fast, what are your top tips for families looking to save?
Yeah, I know it feels like summer just started, but that back to school shopping season is going to be here before we know it. So for parents, I'd encourage you to make a game plan now because that will help you save both money and time and stress. So the first thing you want to do is take an inventory of what you already have, because chances are good you don't need to replace everything. And then you can make a budget, how much money do you have to put towards back to school, and then 2 lists, one of the must-haves for your shopping and then one for the nice-to-haves. Maybe you let your child choose one item off the nice-to-have list. Maybe it's a new lunchbox they really want or something like that, while sticking with last year's backpack. That can help make some fun or bring some ownership for the child into the process while still keeping your list a little bit shorter. And even though summer's just starting, there are a lot of promotions and sales and price match guarantees that retailers will either start offering soon or in some cases maybe already have. So it's not too early to start comparing prices, because the longer you have to do that, the more likely it is that you're going to find a great deal.
Courtney, great advice here. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. Now, for more smart money tips and tools to help you stay on track this summer, just head to creditkarma.com.